Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Visual Disturbance, Disappearing Plane. Thanks for everybody being here tonight, this late this evening at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Like always, let's get it. Shalom, everybody. Let's clear the dust off. Brian Reese in the house. Welcome to Visual Disturbance. I'm your host. And glad to be back, everybody. It's been, it's been in the last, 3 weeks or something like that Brian Reese on Visual Disturbance has not been on his program. But here we are back on the channel. And we are back and ready to go. Feeling pretty confident. Feeling pretty good about this program. This is up my alley, folks. The Disappearing Plane. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff tonight. We're going to talk about 370, Malaysia Flight 370. We're going to talk about all kinds of different topics. I'm coming in like a bull in a china shop, and I'm going to be pretty excited about this program. It's an impromptu, like off the cuff program, but Brian Reese is back, folks, and I'm so glad to be here. Disappearing Plane. We have so many announcements to make. I just don't even know where to start. I'm just clearing the dust off, folks. I'm clearing the dust off. So, anyways, folks, Shake and Wake Radio, Miss Ann. Go check out Miss Ann's stuff at Shake and Wake Radio. Appreciate you, Miss Ann. I hope you're doing well. Also, check out my Visual Disturbance P.O. Box 324, Waco, Kentucky, 40385. Thank you all for all the love and support, and I really do appreciate all the kind letters and everything that's sent. And real quick, before I even get going on some more things, check out the coffee website. The link is in the description. The chat helps support the channel. I appreciate all the love and support with that and helps keep this channel going. Folks, without further ado, I have one more announcement. I always talk about my Nephilim Chaser mugs that you can see in the left-hand corner screen, but I have one. I have a new one to announce on my merch store, so I'm pretty proud of this one. It took me a few weeks. I was going to bring it to the channel a couple weeks ago when me and Brother David did that Back to the Future Decoded program. But check this out, folks. It's about 50 seconds. I hope you enjoy this. I got a new mug, and here we go, folks. Mute button. Anyways, folks, there's my milkman truck there. Nephilim truck at the end. I kind of cut it short, but hey, check out the DeLorean, right, folks? Check the DeLorean out. And did you see that 2019? That's when my life turned upside down. 2019 is where I'm stuck, folks. As for everybody out there, in my opinion, it's 11/13/2019. I'm just kidding around, folks. I'm kind of getting a little excited to be on this program tonight. But anyways, yeah, I didn't know if you've seen the Back to the Future DeLorean. I took all the parts from the Nephilim truck, Nephilim Chaser. Now I'm Nephilim chasing Back to the Future. I'm going to 2019, which I wish we could go back. And speaking of Back to the Future, we are going to be incorporate that into the program tonight. Thank you all for being here. There's like 30 people in the chat or something like that. So it's what a blessing. So anyways, title of today's program is Disappearing Plane. So glad to be back tonight on Visual Disturbance. I am really stoked, folks. Seriously, I could just sit here and just hold this slide up and point the finger at the slide and say Disappearing Plane all night, but I don't want to bore everybody. So check this out, folks. So Malaysia 370, that plane, no joke, there's this new data coming out. And I was going to do it last week, but I've been taking a leave of absence. So here I am back. Supposedly there's this footage of these orbs. Something going on. There's some satellite footage that's brought up. I don't know where they come up with this footage and whatnot, but it was leaked on Twitter. And take it for what it is. I'm gonna show you the footage. Show you this plane just vaporizing and going into oblivion. It's like a wormhole just pops out of nowhere. 3 orbs show up, just making the plane go, hasta la vista, baby. Just disappears. Check this out, folks. Can't make this stuff up. So as you can see, right there. So watch over and over. I'm going to let it play over and over so everybody can get a really good feel of what we got going on here. Supposedly this footage, from what I'm understanding, is from the 370 flight. I don't know how they got it. I guess from a satellite imagery. Hey, I'll take it for what it is. But watch it very carefully. These are split up with 2 different comparisons. I think they have like some LiDAR technology or some sonar technology going on here in a minute. It's going to be on a constant loop, but I'm going to show you guys. Watch this plane. And watch that little tiny little booger. Watch them little boogers. Watch them. Just watch. There's three orbs that show up. And they start going. Just watch it. It'll blow your mind, folks. So just check this out. Watch them. It's like, here comes the men in black. They're literally, seriously. So the little story on the Malaysia 370, there was a lot of people on that plane. And this looks intentional. Check this out, folks. This looks intentional. So watch it coming in slowly here and watch it. I'm going to make it disappear. Make it disappear. Watch this. So it should go poof right here in a second. It'll do it here in a minute. And it just goes right there. So take it for what it is. It's fake or whatever it is. I don't know. But apparently it's real. There's 3 orbs showing up, and it looks like a Y. It looks like, we'll talk about it here in a minute. But here in a minute, it shows like the heat imagery coming up off of it shows the heating. Almost one of the bottoms of all 3 orbs are like circumferencing the plane. So if you look at the back end, there was a lot of people on that plane at 370, flight Malaysia 370. I think there was like 3 or 4 billionaires, and there was 3, I think they had like ties to the UFO phenomenon. As you can see right here, folks, watch this, and the heat, watch that, the wormhole, just make it. So there's supposedly, this is the imagery from we got heat. We're looking at just watch it, folks. It's exciting to show it. So as you can see, the orbs there, they're like lighting up and then go poof. Twilight Zone. So anyways, what do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? So this gets a little crazy. It's going to be on a constant loop. I'm going to let it play for a little bit. But apparently, when they had like a couple billionaires, and there was like astrophysicists, chemists, all kinds of people. I think there was like 80-something plus people on the passenger on the manifest. Hey, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But on the manifest, there was quite a few people on that plane, and they just went and disappeared into oblivion. So take it for what it is, folks. I just want to document it. I can't authenticate this footage and say if it's real or fake, but it is something to throw on here because I have some connections. I have some connections here on the Visual Disturbance channel, which I am going to connect. And just hang on. I'm going to let it play a little bit more for a few more seconds. But what do you guys think in the chat? Because it's getting ready to get real rowdy. What do you all think? Here's my mind on Visual Disturbance. When I see this 3 orbs, when I see three orbs rotating like that, and it's not even really going that fast, really. So if you look at the plane, it's probably going pretty good amount of speed, a couple 100 miles an hour, and then you got this lovely Y circumference. It literally start getting into synchronization with each other. There's 3 orbs. Yeah. Joy in the chat said, "Great Scott." Hello. Back to the Future reference. But so before we go on the next slide, so what do y'all think about this? The first thing I thought of, and you just can't make this stuff up. The flux, check this out. 370 flight UFOs time travel. This is a post that I put on Facebook. I took a in the circle there and made it from the video. But check this out. 88 miles an hour. The plutonium and the little nuclear signia. Oh man, we could go down a big rabbit hole with that, folks. But look, 3 orbs. I pointed it out here in the picture. 3 orbs. You know, you got the point of it. You got the main point in the middle. I don't know, folks. Maybe I'm just a little crazy out here in the middle. It says shield eyes. Shield eyes from the flux capacitor. There's 3 points of light. You know, maybe it's just a little bit far-fetched, but that's where my brain goes. So, welcome to Visual Disturbance. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, we're getting ready to go 88 miles an hour. I want to go back to 2019. I would go back further, but hey, welcome to a bizarro disappearing plane broadcast. Like I said, I'm dusting off the dust and getting back on the saddle. So, 3 points of light. 3 points of light. I wanted to just bring up the comparisons of flux capacitor, and then it had like the 3 points of light going around the plane, and then all of a sudden it just miraculously vanishes. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think in the chat? Bizarro world. Yeah. So anyways, moving on. So there's the flux capacitor, got the 3 points of light. The 370 Malaysia plane to this day has still got me like, I'm puzzled by it, right? It's a very compelling story. It's very intriguing. So let's throw this out here, folks. So there's a bunch of people in the manifest. There's a bunch of people there with they have high status as far as the academia world. They have a truck ton of knowledge on the plane. Everybody's got, I mean, they could do anything. And I thought it was baffling just in the last year. I think they disclosed there was 3 or 4 people in there with the UFO technology to do no telling what. So it's kind of interesting. This plane doesn't look in distress, folks. If I'm looking for the front of the light, if I'm looking at the lights throughout the window and I'm piloting the plane, hello, talking to my co-pilot, man, we got some turbulence today, man. We got some 3 orbs. How you doing? Oh, that's just normal, man. That's part of the show. What? That plane look, if this is authentic and if this is real, that plane don't even look in distress. They just be like, well, I guess it's time to go back to the future, or 88 miles an hour, or go 5 years into the future. Hello. Check this out, folks. Maybe I got the right slide, maybe I don't. Well, the wrong one. But anyways, manifest. I could not help it. Manifest comes to my mind. This program, this plane, this people, which I'm going to be doing a Bermuda Triangle part 2, and it's been in the works for like a year. I know there's a lot of people giving me flack about that, but hey, we're going to be doing the Bermuda Triangle here soon. So manifest. This is the first thing that I thought about when I seen this, and when I went back and seen this. So this whole crew they go up in the air for just a few minutes, and then all of a sudden they come back down, and all of a sudden 5 hours have just vanished. 5 hours in the future, there they go. And they manifest back in, and the whole, you got the whole platoon of FBI and everything around. And the plot is they're going in 5 years in the future, and they don't know what the heck happened. So manifest, and that's what it looked like to me with this. It reminded me of this whatever this is, all this insanity. But yeah, so folks, this show, 5 years in the future, and they see some anomalies. Some of these guys have telepathic telekinesis, all that good stuff, able to read minds, all that good stuff that goes along with telepathic. But hey, like I said, I'm dusting all the dust off my shoulders, getting back on the saddle here. So folks, thank you all for being here, for real. Thank you so much. But manifest was for 5 years. They went to the future, and I just thought that was so compelling, because what if that happened to the 370 plane? What if that? What if? But then I think that happened in 2014, and then I thought it was baffling that this data was just now coming out. Said they was sitting on it. They said they had it in 2014 or 2015, but they now disclosed it to the public, supposedly. Riddle that one off, folks. So yeah, the manifest program, we'll be talking about this more on the Bermuda Triangle program. But wow. So they go in the future. They don't know what's happened. They was only in the sky for like just a few minutes. And then they come back down. And there's all this like anomalies. They all have super abilities and all this good. It's just insane. So it reminds me of 370. It's just bizarre that this film goes right along with the 370 narrative. It just blows my mind. There's all kinds of different planes and all kinds of different anomalies out in the ocean and whatnot. So yeah, welcome to the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle. This is like a prequel to the Bermuda Triangle Part 2. So wait, there's more. So we was talking about the flux capacitor and the three orbs miraculously just like popping off, going off into oblivion, into the toilet. So get this. So this is where the gamma radiation comes off and goes off into Richter scale. Yeah, so watch this. This is where it gets real wild. We'll tie us all in together. Check this out. The next footage I'm getting ready to show you guys, right? The next footage. This is where it gets me going. As we all know, we know what's going on over in the East. Just because the algorithm, I'm not going to talk about it. Because you know how these things are. Things get a little weird. But we know what's going on with the WAR. We know what's going on with all that stuff. So check this out, folks. Watch this. Check out. Guess where this is? This is in above Israel from the account that I've got from the information. Above Israel. That's all I'm going to say. So check that out. I'm going to let it play on a loop. Well, woe and behold, folks, we got 3 orbs. So, man, did y'all come back from 2014? This is 2023 footage right here. Are we getting ready to pop, lock, and drop it? Are we getting ready to pop, lock, and drop it? I mean, seriously, are they getting ready to do something crazy up in here? Oh, man. I'm going back in time with my horrible secular lyrics that I used to listen to, so forgive me, folks. That's a little fun plug-in humor. So watch this. Just watch. This was above. We know. I just said it a minute ago. I'm not going to say it too much. So just check this out. There's 3 orbs, and then there's, that's the end of the video. 3 orbs show up. They didn't start circling or anything. They didn't go into like hyperdrive and start getting the planes. But I wanted to throw this out, folks. Get this. I might be the only crazy person talking about this probably tonight or any time. Isn't it interesting? There was a ton of commercial planes coming out of, I'm going to say it again, where they're having some technical difficulties in the East. Commercial planes. And then there was a bunch of military application planes like not too far many days after this. It was hovering all over, our lovely country. And I'm just making this connections. 3 orbs. 3 points of light. 3 points of light. So is it too far-fetched, folks, that we have us maybe a little UFO, maybe? I don't know if it's UFO. I say it's some nefarious, because if you be playing this right here, if you be playing this, and this is not the only account this has happened. This is what's so bad about it, folks. And I didn't have all the footage and all the data together to present it during the program here. But the Phoenix Lights and different things in Arizona, let's just say there's 3 lights here. Missing 411, David Pilates. I always butcher his last name. Forgive me if he ever hears that, but I think it's the best I can translate it in this Kentucky language. But you got 3 lights. You got 3 points of light. You have triangle-shaped objects coming up and grabbing people out in the woods when they're hunting for elk and deer and all that good stuff. So what's that, folks? And I thought it was so strange because if you look at the flux capacitor, you got the Y in the 3 points of light, and it's in the middle. So the DeLorean would be the plane. So it's a smaller scale model. That's how my mind is trying to articulate this program. So check this out. So I'm thinking about the orbs. And I thought about it. I was like, man, folks, what's going on here? And I thought about this. I thought about this program right here. I thought about this program that came out in I think it's like 2016 or 2018, something like that. 2016, 2018. The program is a TV show, Colony. And so what's blowing my mind about this is the Colony show has these orbs, and they go to war with some type of nefarious UFO phenomenon. And so if that's any kind of correlation to that there is a rabbit trail of, I know it's a TV program, I know the Manifest show, I know it's a Manifest show, it's a program, but why is there so many coincidences that this stuff is like possibly happening in our world, maybe? What's going on, folks? I mean, really, what's going on? So the Colonies program, I didn't really watch. I've only watched one season, I think. It was several years ago. There's these drones that go around, and it's like a dystopian world, but they don't really know what's happening. And there's like this UFO strange thing. There's orbs flying around. And I remember, I think there's like 3 orbs in the sky. So here we go. We got 3 orbs again. And this is actually real footage, supposedly, from Israel. And then you have this satellite imagery, LiDAR technology, all this stuff, and then they're just now disclosing this to the public. And I think that they held on to this, from what I'm gathering. They held on to it because of all the UFO stuff, and then you got the congressional hearing and everything's coming off the rails, folks. And they're expecting something like, I mean, you can't keep the lid on Pandora's box. I mean, they're coming in all out in the woodwork. So, what do you guys think? Oh, real quick. I'm going to change gears here real quick. Tomorrow night, we are going to be presenting Drawing Living Waters. I made this announcement on Underground Church with Brother David Carrico. But tomorrow night, we are doing our second episode. Hope to see everybody in the chat on Underground Church tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going to be talking about Genesis Fall, Episode 2, Drawing Living Waters. I'm looking forward to that, folks. Me and Brother Adam, we are going to be doing exclusively on Visual Disturbance and exclusively also on Underground Church. And we'll be simulcasting all those on both programs whenever we start to do new episodes, which that's going to be coming around the corner. I'm looking forward. There's all kinds of different things. I'm super stoked and super excited about the future here, and especially in the Visual Disturbance community. I hope y'all look forward to that too. But get back to the program. So anyways, we're getting ready to go back to 88 miles an hour. What do you all think about the 370 flight, UFOs, time travel? Is there some type of nefarious Black Ops project? I heard something today talking about all kinds of different things about scalar energy and etc. and all kinds of different technological advancement that's happened for 150 years, folks. I'm not going to say much on here, but the 150 years, there's been some programs that have been deployed onto humanity. So that's all I'm going to say, because there's some things I can't get away with on this channel. But I just can't even think right now. When I'm watching this over and over again, even when I present it to you folks, I mean, isn't this just bizarre? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, anybody out there, what do you all think about this? And you just can't make this stuff up, like I always say. But yeah, folks, man, I mean, where are we at? I mean, this is I'm just going to play it one more time, too. I'm going to keep playing this. This is where we're at. This is where we're at when it comes to a reality. And I don't understand why this is not being talked about on mainstream TV. I don't really know why that nobody's talking about it. I don't know, folks. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre. Yeah. But just watch it one more time for the sake of the video. Watch it start spiraling, and it'll start coming back into the screen here, and it starts spiraling. Look at that. The same thing. Same thing that we're showing here in the Israel film footage. So, I mean, and then all of a sudden, it goes pff. And to me, and you can see the orbs. They're going, your line of sight, your perspective. If you can see them, that means they're not going that fast. And that's why I was bringing up the 88 miles an hour. it looks like they're not going that fast. And then all of a sudden, poof, so then, but these guys, the footage I extracted from the internet, these orbs start coming in to like one would glow and the next one would glow and then the third one would glow. So sorry about that, folks. But then you have a perfectly triangled formation coming over. I mean, what was they going to do? And that was my theory, my hypothesis on what in the world. And all of a sudden, I mean, who in the world we got all this commercial planes going on in a you-know-what zone? I'm doing a little wordplay there, little zone, and we got all these commercial planes showing up, and I was like, man, are we living in the manifest world is there something crazy going on that we don't know about? Is there some kind of vortex or portal going on? I know we're going down a rabbit hole tonight, but seriously, folks, that's where we're at. That's the footage I had to present tonight. I could not believe it. I was baffled. My brain was baffled. I just felt like I just couldn't really comprehend what I'm seeing here. And you have to pause. You have to pause and think, man. And I like Prometheus Lens in the chat. He is giving me a hard time. We all know who you are, Justin. He said, I'm glad to see you here tonight. Especially this late, man. You're supposed to be going to bed. Anyways, we could talk about the Project Montauk project. We could talk about the Philadelphia experiment. We could talk about all kinds of projects that's going on in the reality of our world in the last 150 years. And folks, if you see the little 3 orbs showing up in your house, but wait, I have seen this. I've seen some crazy bizarre. There was this guy on YouTube the other day talking up. I think he was called the Angry Astronaut. That was his channel. He had a red square that was supposedly caught on footage, and he was showing it. If red square, folks, does anybody remember that? The red square. I know I'm kind of referring to a program I did back in October the 14th. It's the one I said, what was that in the sky? There was a red orb like light at like 2 a.m. in the morning. And apparently we got us Houston, we have an issue. We have red orbs over my house. Everything's in my backyard. You might as well just say it's a Stargate and waiting for the Nephilim to roll up or whatever. The face peelers, whatever's going to show up. I think they've been peeling back my roof since March. They've been peeling it back. I think that's, we're going to have like whatever these guys have. I need that type of material that can be on top of my roof. That type of material, whatever these things are made out of, on top of my roof. Because 100-mile-an-hour winds and all that, I mean, heck, they might be sitting there. I mean, I don't know. I'm going down. I'm rambling on, but so glad to be back today on this broadcast. It's been enjoyable. I know you all haven't seen me for a long time. A lot of people have been asking what the heck has been going on with Brian. So I will kind of talk about that for a little bit. We had some things going on, and I had to take some time to evaluate. And most importantly, I was trying to get back in the Word of God and read, and just spend time with my family, and just take a well-needed break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So bless you all for being patient with me and sticking with me for the time of absence. But I have been kind of working in the background a little bit. I have been working with Brother David and Miss Donna on Underground Church and running things in the background. You all won't see me, but you just kind of see me running in the background, making sure everything rolling good and smooth for them. Check out the FOJC Rumble. Check out all kinds of new stuff. I mean, we have a JFK program coming up. It's going to be called Kennedy's Assassination. And I'm not going to say the rest of it, but that's what it's going to be called. There's like another word for it. I'm going to try to watch the wordplay on this platform, but check it out. Yeah. So you'll have to check that out. It's going to be on Rumble on 9 p.m. Eastern Time this next Sunday on November the 19th. Looking forward to it. It is going to be super, super, super cool. And I hope y'all are blessed by it. We are going to be, me and him's going to be teaming up again to do a program October the 19th on Rumble, FOJC Rumble. I hope y'all get to join us for that. But yeah, the JFK program, just can't make this stuff up. I mean, look at this, folks. I mean, where are we at? So, I mean, I just, like I said, maybe I just need a few. Maybe I need a few of these. Maybe I just need this right here. Maybe I just need this flux capacitor. Like I said, check it out. Maybe I need a flux capacitor. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this program. It's gonna be a short one. Nephilim chasing. I said back to the Nephilim chasing. That was my new mug. So check the link out in the description. Just tell me how you like it. Comment below. Help support the channel. The support me at Coffee website at the very bottom right hand of the screen, and the link is in the description. Also, we appreciate it so much. And man, folks, I mean, what a blessing to be here with you guys and everybody in here. There's like 41 people tonight, this late in this evening. I can't believe it. 12:16 a.m. in the morning Eastern time, and bless you all for being here. Absolutely. Even Jason, I got Jason Miller in the chat. God bless you, Jason. I haven't seen you for a while. But yeah, folks, we are entering the orbs. But see, I'm getting a little bit slap happy because I'm dusting the dust off. Might be a little dust on the bottle. Remember that song? No, but it's an old country song. Yeah, I'm kind of being corny here. But anyways, so you got 3 lights. I kid you not. There was a gentleman. I got to tell you a story real quick. There was a gentleman, it was in 2015. There's this little delicate man. I hate to say that because that's what he looked like. And he was talking about aliens in a store that was delivering milk into, and I remember it very, very well. And he was arguing with the cashier about these three lights, and he said it makes literally a triangle craft. And he said he was an astrophysicist, and he worked for a college. He was a professor, and he was saying that he served in the 90s for the government, all this good stuff, and said that these things do exist. And he said they could occupy like 80 people, occupants. And he's talking about all this random stuff that just about blow your mind. It's like, okay, dude, where'd you come up with this stuff at? And then I referred to him. I said, hey, because I had to listen to him yell at the lovely lady behind the counter because she's trying to do her job. And I had to interject and say, hey, man, have you ever read the biblical narrative and talk about Nephilim and giants in the earth in those days and the angelic sons of God? And he's like, oh, that's good, but the angels are totally different than the UFOs. And that's like, what? Kid you not, folks. He literally would not discredit and say that the biblical narrative wasn't true. He just said aliens and angels are totally different. That's what he said. Take it for what it is. So here's a theory. Here's a theory, folks. Just want to throw us out here for fun in the visual disturbance. Extra additional content. I said I was going to get ready to cut it short, but not anymore. Check this out. My mind's getting fired up. So check this out. So if you have, let's just say for fun here, you have all these whistleblowers coming out and disclosing all kinds of information. Congressional hearings. I just had a congressional hearing again in Mexico. They just had a congressional hearing in Mexico once again. A second one. I actually have extracted it, and I'm gonna put that up on the Visual Disturbance channel sometime soon. It's just gonna have all the translating because it's all in Spanish, and it's gonna have the translations and stuff. So keep that in mind. Keep that on your checklist for Visual Disturbance. If you see it pop up, that's just gonna be the whole. It's like 3 or 4 hours. Another congressional hearing in Mexico. So, okay, we have. Let's just say we have whistleblowers. We have data that's 75 years old. That you can go find it if you wanted to do a deep search. And we're talking about autonomous vehicles. We're talking about crafts that we would not be able to get at the car dealership. And we're talking about stuff in the Egypt and Mayan and Aztecian, and they talk about the flying Orfana, the Ifa, the Venamas, Atlantean kind of stuff going on. I mean, you mean to tell me in 2023 we got us some orbs? Is these the drones? I mean, is this the drones like the show Colony? Is that what it is? Are they like, what are they doing? So according to some of the accounts, the whistleblowers are talking about, could it be, like I mentioned here on this other slide here, could it be some type of time travel narrative? The Pentagon official, I think he just resigned, just recently retired, was talking about it could be aliens, it could be us from the future, it could be some kind of black ops project, whatever. Okay? It could be this, it could be that, it could be the Predator. It could be the Predator, folks. It could be the face peelers. Yeah, see this? See that? That slide? It could be that. They're coming out of the woods. They're in cloaking devices, and they have... I mean, we can make up these vain imaginings and just ramble on. And that's what I'm saying. So how in the world does just regular citizens can find the documentation, talk about the crafts, the dimensions, the propulsion systems, the free energy, the KK, what was it? I think it's KP9 or KLP99 or something like that. I think it's called KLP99, that they've made a new element, and you can rub it on your tires and your car float off into oblivion. Rub it on your bicycle, you float off. I mean, literally, we're talking about levitation. It's some type of element that they've come up with. I think it's called LKP99, I think. So you have all that, right? So it's supposedly coming out mainstream, so to speak. So then you have this account, and you have all this other information, and you mean to tell us that we're going to be just so dumbfounded that this could be a possibility, that this is a reality, that this stuff actually did happen? We're just expecting some miraculous magical thing. I hate to use the word magic because I don't believe in it, in that term, because I think it's witchcraft and sorcery. It just makes me upset to even mention the word. But anyways, folks, it's just bizarro world. And people are getting it just seems like we're getting further and further away from biblical narrative. And we're like, you can find these things in the Bible, and people act like it's not there. I hear people talking about, well, it might be there, I don't know. And then they refer to Ezekiel, Ezekiel wheels and wheels. They say, well, it was there. Well, folks, it was in Zechariah 5. It's in all kinds of different scripture, and we just act like it doesn't exist. And what's even worse and baffling, the most part that drove me insane, me and Dan Badondi put it on a program. Three-letter agency they have the documents, the files. It talks about these large human-like people. They look like human, and they're in crafts. And the document even says flying roll. Flying roll. ROLL. Not a roll like a biscuit or something from Crackle Barrel. Flying roll. Like a cylinder-shaped object. So you have cylinder objects in the sky, which I have a bunch of photos from that I have not been able to put up on a program here soon, but I am going to be putting it up. So look forward to that. You can literally go in my backyard. You're going to have to walk a few yards and just point the camera up and watch, just extracting whatever kind of anomalies are up in the sky. It's crazy, folks. But yeah, I'll check the chat out real quick. I work at, and there's Joe Fisher. Good to see you, Joe Fisher. I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you for being here tonight. And Joy, it's good seeing you. Miss Susan, it's good seeing you too. Max, it's good seeing you. But yeah, folks, we are in bizarro times, and I hope y'all enjoyed this program. But it's just wild that this stuff is all coming out, and people expect everybody that we're just like, oh yeah, I just can't believe that people think we're just foolish enough to believe that this stuff doesn't exist, or it's some kind of Project Blue Beam or Project something. I'll probably get flagged. There'll be a Wikipedia thing at the end of the video, probably at the very bottom of the screen after I said that. There's a word that I used one time, INTER, I-N-T-E-R, and then dimension. Can't say it on here. You get flagged. But they can say it at the congressional hearing. There's a gentleman that can say it at a congressional hearing because he has all the credentials. But Visual Disturbance Brown Reese, he cannot speak of these things. Can't talk about them. Because it's all figurative in my world, apparently. If you go take this to down the street, they'll just say it's all figurative, Brian. There's nothing to worry about. It's balloons. It's Hobby Lobby car balloons. That's what the narrative was. But I'm rambling on now, ranting, going on a big tangent. Just glad to be here tonight. This 11:45 p.m. broadcast when we started up. But folks, good to see you all. Always thank you all for the donations and everything, and thank you for all the love and just respect to the channel, the chat, everything. You're always so respectful, and it's just a blessing. So blessed. It's a blessing to be here, and thank you all. But seriously, I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back behind the hub, man, the studio. We're chilling out, and but yeah, folks, it's a blessing. I'm sitting there watching the chat too. I got distracted there for a second. But yeah, so stoked about the future. We got all kinds of different things coming up. But yeah, check it out tomorrow night. We got the Genesis in the fall, Drawing Live Mars episode 2. Me and Brother Adam I'll be live on there. I will be live on there, but I will be re-airing that program. If you haven't seen it, it'll be on the Underground Church with David Carrico's platform on FLJC Radio. And yeah, folks, it's a blessing. We got the JFK program coming up on Sunday, and yeah, it's just awesome. We got all kinds of different things going on, but yeah, I'm so glad to be back. I really am. It's been a while, so. But yeah, folks, I'm going to jump off here. But Disappearing Plane, just can't make this stuff up. Disappearing Plane. And, yeah. I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed the film tonight and all the footage here. But it's always a blessing to be on here. Share this thing out. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Because I think there's like 29.7% people that have not subscribed to when that watch, they haven't subscribed to my channel. So thank you all and bless you all so much. And it's been a great time being on here. So I thank you all. Disappearing Plane, Brian Reese, Visual Disturbance, your host. And I'm out of here, folks. But yeah, folks, real quick, I got to mention this. We might be on there. I don't know yet. It just depends on how things work out. But Brother Dan Badondi, we will be on Spiritual Warfare Friday, this Friday. I think we're going to have a special guest. I think I'm going to be in. I think I'm going to do it because I've canceled there 3 weeks ago. It was roughly 3 weeks ago. I canceled everything, all kinds of stuff with everybody. I had all kinds of shows lined up, canceled everything. And I think I might get on there with Dan Badondi. I don't know yet, but we're going to be in prayer about it. And me and Dan get back behind the saddle, get on the saddle there, and everything will be good. But that's going to be a good program. It's going to do with UFOs and abductions. We're going to have a special guest on there. But just pray about it. You might see me on Friday, but you'll see me tomorrow on Underground Church, and then you'll see me definitely on November the 19th for the Kennedy program, the JFK program that we're going to be presenting with me and Brother David Carrico. Blessings to all you all. Disappearing Plane program, and I'm out of here. Shalom, everybody. Thank you all for attending tonight. So late tonight and being on here with me, but be blessed, and thanks for being part of the Visual Disturbance community. Shalom, everybody.